My name is Eva Alisic. I am the co-chair of the Global Young Academy, and today I would like to take the opportunity to introduce you to the Global Young Academy. What is the Global Young Academy? It's an international organization of 200 excellent young scientists from around the world, currently from 58 different countries. And these young people, usually up to 40 years of age or 10 years post-PhD, have been selected for their excellence in research and for their commitment to service and society. Some people say that these people are your best bet on the global scientific leadership in the next 5 to 15 years. What does the Global Young Academy do? We have a couple of things that we do and are passionate about. And the most important ones are support for young scientists and their career and development and making sure that they can be as effective as they can be. Capacity building with the focus on building bridges between low middle income countries and high income countries. And service to society. So we try to contribute as much as we can to society in general. So we do that in a number of areas. One is the research environment itself. Another one is education and outreach to the general community. A topic that we're particularly interested about is contributing to policy on a global level, global societal issues, and open science is a topic we find very important. And that is not only access to journal articles, but also open data and open software. So how do we do all these different things? One is that we have this membership of our 200 members, each serving a 5-year term. And each year we get these members together for our annual meeting. A couple of days, 1 year in a high-income country, the next year in a lower middle-income country, to sit together, connect, get to know each other, and work on our specific activities, as well as build the skills of our members to make sure that they are developing into those great leaders in science. One of our specific activities is supporting national young academies. So in a number of different countries, young scientists come together, just like some of you may know senior academies, to connect, to work on projects together on a national level. And what we do with the Global Young Academy is provide support to those young academies. For example, through technical support and advice, we have, for example, a blueprint of a constitution. We facilitate contact with senior academies in the country. We share best practices, help setting up projects, liaise with potential stakeholders, and we organize regional and global meetings to connect those young academies again with each other and send out ambassadors from the Global Young Academy as well to help set up new young academies. So before the Global Young Academy existed, there were a few national young academies, and among those, the biggest inspiration for us have been the German Young Academy and the Dutch Young Academy. Since the Global Young Academy has started, there has been quite a development in this National Young Academy movement. And now we have 24 different National Young Academies and hopefully many more to come. In addition to building our own membership and helping National Young Academies, we contribute to or write position papers. So in this slide you see a position paper on open science. We write op-eds, and we have our own magazine where we write about issues like global capacity building. We showcase our young, excellent researchers, and our people come from every discipline in science. So from humanities up to STEM sciences, law, medicine, from every potential discipline you can think of. We also provide input to position papers of other organizations and make sure that the voices of young scientists are heard. And one particularly interesting meeting this year was of the inaugural meeting of the UN Scientific Advisory Board, where one of our members, you can see in this picture, met with the Secretary General of the United Nations. Other organizations that are inviting young scientists to contribute often or are supporting us to do what we are doing are a number of different organizations. And to mention two, one is the IAP, the Global Network of Science Academies, and another one is the Global Research Council. Then to our particular specific projects. To give you a few examples, one of our activities is based on a project of the Dutch Young Academy. They developed a science game for youth, which is called Expedition Mundus. And we, as the Global Young Academy, help promote that game internationally to make sure that we engage young people in scientific thinking and enthuse them about maybe becoming a scientist or at least being interested in science. Other projects are, for example, research project about research. So you see an example here of a paper that has recently been published, and we focus on skills building. So we train our own members in how they can be good leaders, how to communicate with the media or to communicate with the general public, how to lead a lab or a research center. Make sure that we, in addition to science skills, equip our people with good leadership skills. Now, one specific research project that I want to show you today is the Global State of Young Scientists, which is called GloSYS. And we did this study, preliminary study last year and launched the report in which we looked not only at the literature about young scientists and research of young people, but also interviewed a large number of young scientists and did an online study survey internationally. This report was launched last year, and the findings included that mentorship is very important for young scientists, that there are challenges, of course, for young scientists, including work-life balance being one of the major ones. And we saw that there were quite big differences between different regions. So in the next few years, we'll be honing into that particular topic and look at regional needs, perspectives, and opportunities for young scientists. So how does the Global Young Academy exist? We have, of course, a number of funders who we're very grateful to, and one of our main funder at this moment is the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research. And they make it possible for us to have an office in Berlin where we have a managing director and project staff that help us do the work that we do. We have various other funders who help us support us for our projects and activities. The GYA, the Global Young Academy, has had quite a bit of interest from the media in the last few years. And here you see some examples on science and nature blogs, and those, especially regarding the GloSYS project on the status of young scientists, have had quite a bit of interest. So what can the GYA do for you? We can do a number of things, depending on whether you're a young scientist, a senior scientist, or whether you are another stakeholder. One of the main things we can do is connect you with our network. So we have our 200 members, but we also have all those members of national young academies in our network, and all the networks that they have are available to us as well. So that makes sure that we have this really global reach. And we're very interested in collaborating with you regarding a GloSYS study, for example, on looking at the situation of young scientists, to make sure that the voice of young scientists is heard in international and in national meetings, and to make sure that we invite young scientists to those meetings and give them opportunities to grow. So if you're interested, please do get in touch, either through our website, email, Twitter, or Facebook, and we look forward to hearing from you.